Hello, myself Sadiq Ali. I am working in Kelton Tech Solution as a solution architect in APG, MuleSoft and Delbumi. Today I am introducing here a demo to how to integrate your Mule application with SonarQube and how to scan your code and create a custom rule to instruct or to restrict developer to follow uh, best guidelines for new soft flow development or integration. Okay. um, First scenario, I would like to show you here that how to enable your Mule application or your settlement or your infrastructure to integrate or from with each other, like from SonarQube to MuleSoft or MuleSoft to SonarQube, like that. Okay. So here, if I show you that what I have done, this is the Maven setting file. If you let me go, you can see this is Maven setting file I have installed on my local VM. Okay, you can see, and the configuration which I have done, you just have to add this Sonar Scanner Maven plugin. Along with that, you have to add the properties. Let me scroll down here. You can see the properties are here. Let me scroll down. You can see the properties are here, and these properties are enabling my Maven tool to integrate with the Sonar itself. Okay. Apart from that, what this is the Maven setting, and what enables your application, MuleSoft application, to interact or to publish the code in Maven in SonarQube. Let me scroll down here, and these are the plugins. If you can see, let me scroll up. You have to add this profile. If you can see, this is the Jococo Maven plugin, and you have to add in your POM file. Okay, this is the additional profile. Definitely you can add your existing profile, this plugin, and it will work. Okay, along with that, few plugins you have to add. Let me scroll up. Yep, this plugin need to be available in your POM folder, a POM file, and that's it. Nothing else we have to do to enable our Mule application to interact with the SonarQube. Okay, here what I am going to do, let me go to Sonar. What I have done in Sonar, this is the my Sonar local installation, and the issue is here. Why I am preferring in SonarQube over here in local installation, because the cloud installation of SonarQube is not providing custom rule creation itself. So hence we have to use our self maintained Sonar application or Sonar tool to accomplish the goal to create a custom rule to monitor or scan the code which we are developing in MuleSoft. Okay, so this is just I have installed it locally. Let me go through one by one. Okay, after installing that, you have to create the organization, and locally is as you have installed locally, so you have not required to add any organization. Okay, second thing, you have to go to the quality profile. Okay, once you go to quality profile, we know that our code in MuleSoft is developed in XML itself. Okay, so we have to find out the rules which implies on XML code itself. Let me scroll down over here, and you can see at last you can see this is the XML. Rest of some other languages, PHP and Python, Java, anything else, but here we can see the XML profile. Here, why it's showing you two profile and rest of mostly one profile, because I have created my own profile over here to assign my custom role itself, because you cannot modify SonarWay profile. It's an inbuilt profile and cannot be modified by anyone. Okay, neither from configuration or not from the UI. So what I have done, I have copied I clicked on SonarWay, and I copied the Sonar profile, and I created my new profile. Okay, let me go to my new profile. You have to click over here, like I have done this. Just go over there and click. Once you created, you have to click over here. Okay, then you have to make a default. Okay, but then you can make a default from here itself. If you scroll down, you can make a default. um, Let me scroll down, it's not there, but you can make a default. If you go here, you can set a default. Whichever is not default, it will uh, the option will pop up here that you can make a default or not. Like this is not default, so it's my the option is here to make it default itself. Okay, let's go to the our new created profile. You can see this is my new created profile. I have made this is default, that's why it's coming as highlighted over here, and it's done. What you have to do, you can click over here, you can activate the profiles, you can activate the inbuilt rules, because it helps to validate your XML, like comments, like alignment of the code, it should be okay, or like sequencing of the tabs should be tags should be okay. So this is the just general inbuilt rules. It should be there. Okay, now I have done, and I have make it default. What is the default means? Every project can specify not specifically associated with the quality profile will be associated to the this one by default. So as this instance I have created to validate my all mule flow. So let all mule project or integration. So let's assign this as a default profile. Okay, now let's come to the rule. Okay, here's the rule, and you can see that there is a many languages is there. You have to just search in your file, you will find there related inbuilt inbuilt rules are available over here. Okay, so these are the inbuilt rules for Java or something like that. You can go PHP, you can go find a PHP. Let's go to the XML now. Okay, now what I have done, this is the inbuilt available, so let's go and put the X path. Okay, you can see the track bridge X path rule template. You have to find the rule template and for the XML. Okay, so now I have found this one. Let's go over here, and you can see I have created two custom rules. Very simple. Once you come to this template rule, you will find this is the create custom rule. You just have to click and you have to fill all this record, all this fields, name, key, the description of the rule, what should you want to assign it, it's code smell, bug, whatever you want to assign over here, and then you have to assign what is the minor, main, critical, blocker, whatever you want to assign, you want to define this rule with, you can assign over here. Then this is the expression place where we have to judge your code based on whatever expression you have written. Like you want to check that that the component name should be in a specific value or should have the attribute defined. So all this kind of validation you can perform over here, or kind of that this component need to be under such kind some other component. So you can define over there that if this component is available in this file, it should be under some other component. So something like that. Okay, so this is the file pattern, which file you want to check, XML file, .txt file, .java file, whatever you find to pattern you want to check, you can put here, or the naming convention, something like that. And the message to which message you want to show in your code analytics or code scan report, you can put over here. Okay, like that I have let me go over here, like I have created two. Okay, you can see let me go one by one. If I see, yeah, I have already opened. You can see. Let me go over here. You can see the XPath what I have created over here. The please follow proper naming convention for HTTP requester component name attribute. Like if somebody is just leaving as a while developing as a request, the other developer will not able to understand with the name of the component what it does actually. So you have to person have to define a specific name of the HTTP component in the requester. Okay, I'll show you the in the code like uh, if leave is like a request, the another developer will not able to understand what is actually this is made for, where it making a request and for what. So just I have to add the this request for money transaction or something like that. So, the person who is reviewing that or who is going to analyzing this integration should understand what it means actually. Okay. So I have made this custom rule. You can see this is the custom rule. You can see this custom rule, and this is for XML. Okay, and I have used the code smell like that. And moving forward, let me and let me go here and let me go again. The HTTP request should have until success. What it means like that, if you have until success, and if until success should have child as HTTP request. Definitely is temporary rule which I have created to show to demonstrate demo, but you can define or you can change your logic based on your requirement of code standard, anything you're following. Okay, so here I'm saying that until success should have if is there, then it should have child HTTP requester. It means if HTTP requester is there, it should have parent as a until success. Okay, so that is the meaning of that. If it doesn't match, it will show that HTTP requester component should have wrapped into the until success scope. You will see that this error. Okay, so these two rules I have created, and let's go and check how it works. Okay, right now if I go to my code, right now I have kept the requester file, the component name requester itself, and it's not wrapping under the until success scope. Okay, let's go and perform the execution. Let me go over here. Okay, this place you can see this is my code. Sonar uh, Sonar sample test. It is Sonar sample test. Okay, let me this is my code. You can see the Maven clean, this Sonar source. I want to include my source file, that is my flow file itself only, because the mule4 and verify Sonar. This is general command. Okay, I am making a request now. Let's execute the process, and it will publish the code to and perform the scanning based on the rule I have assigned to the Kelton text, because Kelton text is the default profile in my local installed Snark cube. Okay, it's working fine now. You can see this is quality profile for XML. It's being performed now and is being sent. Okay, now let's go to the Sonar. Okay, just click over here. You can see there's a for smell. Why for smell? You can go there over here. You can see the HTTP requester should wrap into until success scope. You can see that I have not done this is not good practice to keep your HTTP requester without until success, just to avoid a retry, just to keep retry attempt in functionality enabled in your request. So you have to enable HTTP until success scope to the requester component, HTTP requester component. Okay. And another thing is that you can see that following proper naming convention HTTP component name attribute should be followed. What is that I have done? I have just kept the default value display name for the component HTTP requester. Okay, let's go. I'll repeat it in until success, and then I'll change my naming convention, and we'll see that what will happen when we scan code once again. Request for money exchange. Okay, done. Everything saved. Let's go. It's under success, and let's go and check once again the code is fine or not. Okay, I will just execute again. You can see the quality profile executed. Now it's done. Let's go and check what is current value, current code scan. You can see we have now 2. You can see previously it was 4 sequence, now it's not there. Definitely it's a default something like that. A type character found, this is the default inbuilt sequence, so we are not taking care of this thing, but our inbuilt rule is now is good with our code. You can see that the code is should be HTTP request should be under until success, and the naming convention of the HTTP request should be as expected, or should be some understandable content. Okay, so this is the simple way to create your rule, custom rule in Sonar to scan or to review your code, or instruct the developer to follow a standard practice to understand the best practice for the code development in MuleSoft. I use specifically this code to develop this application. This is completely in Mule 4. So as many people are using, so it will be useful to in the product to implement the SonarQube process to validate the code standard or code practice or code beautiness in case required. Okay. That's it. Let me know your comment or your suggestion how it looks for uses of code review in MuleSoft. I'll definitely provide a complete cycle and for implementation of DevOps in MuleSoft. Thanks.